I happened to stumble across a video of a woman starting her Appalachian hike about a year ago or so, and I was amazed that she was doing this. And I remember seeing her doing the approach trail up to where the trail starts. My kind of approach trail for this just day hike is not that exciting. But it's 7 a.m. so it's gonna be interesting to see how long it's gonna take me to get to my destination and to go back home again. So let's go. We are still on the approach, just past my daughter's formerly school. She just finished her last day of 9th grade, which means she goes to another school next year. And we are pretty close to where the trail starts. This trail actually loops around. So if you start at any given point on the trail, you can actually just walk around for 2 to 3 weeks and you end up where you started. So that's pretty cool. I came from over there. That is kind of my approach trail. When I do my through hike, I know it's too short to call it through hike, I am going north, but today I'm going into town and I'm going that way. Actually, I'm gonna see if I need to do some maintenance on my part of the trail. I'm a trail host on this trail and this is not my part, but we're gonna get there shortly. This is how you can tell you're on the trail. We have orange blaze here, not white blazes or anything like you have on the Appalachian Trail. And it circles the entire tree. Sometimes you get a crossing and just show you where to go from here. We have these signs. This is showing me where I need to change direction. So we're heading down that way. Another orange markings. Wherever you are on the trail, you're supposed to see 2 markings ahead of you, and I do that. And always one behind you is always there. I should not be forced to bring a map or anything, but I have a GPS with me and I know this trail, so this time I hope I don't get lost. Here we don't have to worry about water crossings or anything, because this is arranged for anyone hiking this trail. At water crossings, where it's not that easy to walk, you will find a footpath like this. And more markings telling me I am on the right track. Here we have another sign of showing me that I'm on the right path. That's where I came from. I'm about 6 kilometers in, and this is where my section of the trail is, and I have about 9 more kilometers to go before I reach my destination. See? Well marked. Another one up there. I can see the second one. I did a good job here. Well, I didn't do this part. I'm taking all of the credit anyway. You can tell this is my marking because it's so crooked. It's not exactly a straight line around the tree. Down there, Yucca did another marking, and it's a perfect line. Straight, beautiful, and mine just crooked. Yeah. That is not supposed to be there. I reported these fallen trees back early this spring, but somehow no one came out here to remove them. These are supposed to be gone. It's supposed to be a clear path without having to jump over trees that have fallen in the storm. Oh well, see if I can get around it somewhere. This is gonna sound ridiculous. I've been a trail host for a little bit over a year. I've walked up and down parts of this trail, my section that is, many times. The first time I got here, the military had closed off the area you can see behind the road, so you're not able to go there. So we did markings up here, and we took the car around this area, and we started from the other side. And this spring, when I got here the other time, the second time I was here, the road was actually open, but I didn't have a chance to go there. I had to turn around and go home. And that time I also took the car, well, a couple of days later, took the car up to my final destination of the day, and I walked that road up until where this section was closed by the military. So basically I've had this section to maintain for about a year and change, and I've never walked the entirety of my section of the trail. So that is what I'm going to do today. And for a couple of kilometers now, I am not allowed to do anything like mark the territory. Well, not the territory, the trail. Not allowed to mark the trail. I am not going to do anything but to walk, because this still belongs to the military. We're allowed to walk here. We're allowed to pass through the area. The reason why it was closed, because there was ammunition down here somewhere, all over the place basically, where the ammunition had not detonated. So this is why it had been closed. They've been working here for months, finding all of ammunition and took care of that. So that's why it was closed. The first time we got here to mark this new section of trail. The trail wasn't actually here from the beginning. It was at another trail, another section, pretty much where I stopped to fill up my water. But a private company bought that section and said, well, we're not going to allow you to move through our area. So we had to divert my section and go the other way instead. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Sweden. We have something pretty unique. I know there's at least one more country that has this. It's called right to public access, which means unless it's military ground or private property, we are allowed to walk anywhere in the woods. I can pick any path I want to. I'm allowed to roam around freely. I'm allowed to go swimming wherever I want, around a lake or a stream or anything. I am allowed to go pick berries, mushrooms, whatever. I'm not allowed to damage trees, but that's another given, I think. I'm also allowed to camp at a site anywhere in the woods for 1 day. I have to move after that, but I am allowed to do that. We have some restrictions, of course we do, but mostly we can roam around and enjoy the nature. And this is actually a first step on this new part. So I'm not going to have any markings to follow. I do have a GPS and I do have a map on my phone, but I'm going to see if I can do this without any directions, because a lot of people don't have a phone with them. Well, they do have a phone, but they don't have the app for it, for the trail, or they don't have a map, a physical map with them. But I don't think it's going to be that hard, because I've looked it up online, and I'm just going to follow this one till the next road, take a left, follow that one just a short while, and then take a right, and then I'm going to come across where I start marking the other section of my trail. So that was a little bit of a lesson on Swedish laws and my job on the trail. I'm going to stop somewhere to eat as well. So I prepped my lunch earlier. I have squash and sweet corn casserole. I have never tried this before. I never used these freezer dried. This is, I think they're from Norway. There are 3 I can eat, and they're so expensive. So I'm not going to take that on my long hike. I have made my own portions. This is for later if I still need anything. I have chili and couscous, and I have pasta bolognese. I didn't have spaghetti, so. And this is my luxury item. I have a fork, a spoon, and chopsticks in here. So I use that for my meal. So I'm gonna start eating. This is my cozy, by the way. I haven't had to make my own. So this is a lined insulator bag that I put my food into for it to keep on cooking after I've added the hot water. And this is really hot, and I've been walking for a good 20 to 30 minutes after I actually put the water in it. So I'm gonna enjoy my meal now. I'm very close to the freeway, and from this point, a little bit short a while up ahead, it's gonna be pavement, houses. It's not a fun area to walk in, but that's the reality of making a trail and having a loop around. Sometimes you have to walk in areas that are not as fun as walking in woods. I love walking in the woods, but for me to get from point A to point B, I need to get out there, and I can see the freeway, I can see the cars. Soon I'm gonna see the walkway, and I'm gonna go under it. The tree is greeting me and wishing me welcome to the paved streets. Thank you, tree. Thank you so much. This is another thing I like about my country. This is a walk and bike path. It's separated from the road for cars. And you can find these all over the place. Basically, they're everywhere. Where you have a road for cars, you have a smaller road inside for biking and walking. And I think it's actually, I don't know if it's a law or if you're supposed to, but every new road is supposed to have a walk and a bike path next to it. I can bike from my house into town and all over the place only by using a bike path, or a walk and bike path, that is. We're close. Finally, this is the final leg of this this section. I am too tired to speak. I just had an ice cream. I stopped by a store and got myself some ice cream and some soda, and I don't think it's too far left now if memory serves, so I'm almost there. And it's easier to walk on this ground. It's easier on your feet. My feet are hurting like crazy right now. And I'm here. Let's go home.